Do you also fear public speaking? But what if I ask you, what exactly does public speaking mean to you? What image does it create in your mind when you think of it? We'll talk about this. And in this video, I'll share 10 amazing tips with you all that will transform your public speaking skills. Now, what exactly the public speaking is? As it says public speaking, then definitely you have to speak in front of the public. You have to express yourself in front of the public. And it usually happens in the form of an event. You may be a host or a motivational speaker, but you have to speak in front of the public. And if you ask me what qualities a person should have to be a good public speaker, the first point I would say is a clear communication. Most of you have this concept, or I should call it a myth, that if you speak fast, if you use some tough words, or if you speak it in a way that it will sound faster. So it's nothing but it's merely a myth, because you have to have a clear communication, because public speaking is all about making connection with the public, so that they can feel you, they can feel connected with you, and it's very, very important. That's why the first point is a clear communication. Point number 2 I would consider is a simple and attractive language. And it may sound similar to the point number 1, but it's different. Simple and attractive language means again that how you're making connection with your people. Different events have different audience. And you have to think of your audience first of all. If you have better words, if you have a high level of communication skills, or different phrases or advanced phrases, I'm particularly talking about English language, because of course it's my English channel. So if you think that you have a good collection in your mind, it doesn't mean that you can use it in each and every place. Because public speaking is all about understanding your audience. If you're not able to feel your audience, if you're not able to understand your audience, that what your audience needs, then it will be very difficult for you to sound like a good public speaker. It will be very difficult for you to make a connection with them. It will be very, very difficult for you to that they respect you. Because respect, love, and connection is all about public speaking that you get from your audience, that you get from your people who are listening to you, who are watching you. Okay, now the third point would be is confidence, of course, because when you step into somewhere, means when you are covering a stage, let's say, and there how you are showing your body language as, and what level of confidence do you hold in yourself, everything matters. And confidence is not about that you are shouting and you are making a lot of hand gestures and all, but again making your people comfortable. I repeat, making your people comfortable. And you can only make someone comfortable when you are comfortable, and when you are comfortable, you are confident enough. So all are interrelated. Fourth point I mention is engagement. And engagement is all about maintaining your energy and purpose throughout. Because if you deviate from the topic so often, that becomes so difficult for you to make your people stick to what you are saying. Right? So that's why engagement is very important. And as we talked about body language and gestures, the way everything matters, smile equally matters. Having a warm smile, let me repeat that, having a warm smile on your face is extremely crucial, because that gives other people vibe. And if you're not able to give good vibes from you, then why would anybody want to listen to you? Because I believe in this fact that in this world it's all about vibes. That's the reason that we are good with some people and we may not be so good with others. So that's why it's all about vibes. And one more thing I forgot to mention is making this YouTube video is also kind of a public speaking. This also comes under public speaking, and that is the reason I always say that if you want to improve or fluency in this language, then you should start recording. If you cannot record with any purpose, means you need a purpose, then you need to have a YouTube channel. Because when you have a YouTube channel, you know that you have a purpose, you have an intention, and that's the reason you are recording or you are shooting a video. And sometimes if you feel or if you find it monotonous that why would I record my video and why would I be only watching myself there should be someone else to watch, and at the same time you do not want to share your videos with anybody, so make a YouTube channel and then post your videos there. Because this also comes under your public speaking, and this helps you a lot. I know that there is really nobody in the room or wherever you shoot, but it feels like that everybody is watching you. Just try to upload one video on your YouTube channel. It could be new, old, doesn't matter. And then you will realize that when you speak in front of the camera, even if nobody is there in the room where you are shooting your video, it feels like everybody is there and everybody is watching you. But it's way easier than that of really performing in a public. I understand that fact, but it's a good initiative, I would say. Now, if you have understood till here, then I will quickly start to share the 10 amazing tips that will transform your public speaking skills. The first point would be is know your audience, and I think I've mentioned this already just a while ago. Knowing your audience is again crucial, because if you don't know what are their expectations, what they want from you, then how would they be listening to you? That's why knowing your audience is very important. Second, prepare but don't memorize. Prepare but don't memorize, and this is applicable everywhere, also in my YouTube videos, because I may be preparing few of the points. While you are speaking, you may forget the points, but if you think that you will be speaking it as it is in a scripted form, then it's just near to impossible. It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. You cannot memorize it like words. You must be remembering or recalling that Silencer movie. What was that? Three Idiots. You know what happened to him, right? He had that script and he literally spoke every word as it is. So public speaking cannot be scripted. You can definitely make some points in order to make your conversation or make your speech effective, productive, but literally, just believe me, you cannot memorize it ever. And if somebody does, it will be visible also, or it will be reflecting the way he or she would be speaking. Because if I had prepared this, I would be speaking in a robotic way, and you would, if you are in this world, if you are also in this communication world, you can easily catch that who is speaking prepared and who is not prepared. You can understand, because especially I can do that at least. Third is practice out loud. And practice out loud comprises your mirror practice, recording yourself, or probably speaking in front of your friends. What happens? You cannot just imagine in your mind that I'm speaking and I'm speaking so great. It's just like making a chapati or riding a bike, that just imagining it is not sufficient. You have to practice it. And when I say practice out loud, you exactly have to use the same tone, the same pace, the same modulation that you may be using it when you are actually performing it. If you have a big mirror in your house, go in front of the mirror and imagine as if you are exactly speaking on the stage, or you are giving the presentation, or wherever you need it. All right, and recording yourself is much better, of course, because then you can see your hand gestures, your posture, how you sound, how you make eye contact. You can notice each and everything. Practice in front of your friends is also very good, because then you have the involvement of other people also. Practice in front of the mirror, recording yourself. You don't have anybody else's physical presence, but when you practice it in front of your friends, this is just amazing. And let me include one more point here is affirmations, because let's say if I shoot this video, or I'm shooting this video, sometimes I may feel little demotivated. I may feel that, oh, let's not shoot this video today. Or if you are in front of the mirror, you may feel that, why am I speaking to myself? Have I gone crazy or something like that? Then affirmations is something that you need a lot, that you are a great speaker. When you lose your motivation, I say, okay, so any affirmation that works in your case, because this is considered so effective and people follow it so strongly, of course, that you are a great speaker, you have performed every time very well, whenever you speak, people want to listen to you, people love your voice. Any kind of affirmation, any kind of line, the positive line that you want to speak, or you think that will give you energy, that will boost up your energy, that will make you enthusiastic, and that will bring your confidence back. So you can use any positive line, any affirmation that you want to use for yourself. The fourth here I would take is master your body language. This is very important. If you make your hands like, I'm sorry, it was a little dramatic. If you make your hands like this, and again it looks so robotic, or it shows that you are not confident enough, or your shoulder, everything matters. I know that I have got so much habitual of these YouTube videos nowadays, so I may not take care even of these things, but if I am also performing on the stage in future probably, then I may also be taking care of many things. Right now I don't even care if I'm scratching my nose, because I feel that I have gotten so much comfortable with you guys, with you people, and of course with YouTube videos. So, and this looks fine if your audience accept you this way. But if you have a new audience, because I know you guys accept me this way, but if you have a new audience, if you have a group of new people, then you cannot behave this way. Otherwise they would think that, oh, this person is always behaves like this, or they would be making some judgments about you. So don't let them do that. And master your body language, the way you move your hands, your hand gestures, your neck. I remember when I started, I had the habit of nodding my head a lot. I still see some of my old recorded videos from my sessions. So then I understand that how much I used to do that. But slowly everybody improves themselves, and as I always say, that it's a never ending process, so you have to keep on doing. I am also working on it more and more. That's why body language, the way you make eye contact, your hand gestures, where you are breathing, you are not letting others listen your voice of breathing, that sound of breathing, sorry, not voice, sound of breathing. And the way you are standing. Right now I'm sitting, so you can just notice my waist area, but if someone is standing, then how much they are moving, and everything matters. Okay, so master your body language. Fifth is hook line. And hook line is a very common term for the content creators, for the influencers, because start with a good hook means, if I make Instagram reels, then why will you want to listen to me? Again, the same fact comes that your people have to listen to you. And why will they listen to you? That is your hook line. Because hook line is something that you say in the front, and that make people stick to your channel, stick to your video. It could be a short video, Instagram reels, or it could be this longer one, YouTube videos, because they must know the purpose. Nowadays we all are in so much of haste that we don't want to give our time to anybody, but your hook line decides that why would they give you your time. Your hook line means the first few lines of yours, okay, and that has to be very, very attractive. Sixth is control your pace and voice modulation. Pace means, if you realize if you are speaking so fast, then slow it down. If you think you are unnecessarily speaking so slow, then you can maintain your pace. So pace is all about your speed, whether you are speaking so fast, so slow, where you have to go slow, where you can slow yourself down, and all the stuffs you have to take care of. So pace is all about the speed that you are using for your conversation. Okay, sometimes it's okay to be fast, sometimes you have to be slow. And voice modulation, oh, I'm sorry, I have a pain on my neck. Okay, voice modulation is all about that when you are speaking, where you have to put stress on. Can you notice now? I intentionally said that by the way, that where you have to put stress on. So just this on word is something that different people can speak it differently. They may say on, stress on. So these are the modulation. This is the modulation, that how you are raising it, then you are bringing it down. You know, this is the graph of modulation basically. So where you have to stress it, where you have to add pressure, on which letter you have to add pressure, this matters a lot. Now I said pressure, it could be said in a different way, like pressure. You know, people say like pressure, r is too much, then pressure, it's like pressure, and then You have a word question. So I have heard people saying it question or something, like they pronounce it differently. So you have to use like question. I know this is the pronunciation part. I think I deviated it a bit, but modulation is all about where you are adding pressure, where on which letter you are putting your stress. Everything is this these are the things called voice modulation. And the same line could also be said differently. If I say that, hello everybody, how are you, this is my modulation. If I say, hello everybody, how are you, kind of, I know that this is not how you guys speak, but I have seen that some of you do not use modulation at all. Means you just say that hello. No, not hello is also modulation, that softer tone, that dramatic tone, when you stretch it out, this is called modulation. Hello, how are you? No, hello everybody, how are you? These are when you make it little dramatic and you stretch few of the words, you put pressure on few of the letters. This is called your modulation that you have to take care of. Number 7 is very interesting, and I think most of the speakers know this. Even I know it because I do it, and that is handling your nervousness very smartly. We may nervous many a time. I remember when I first time switched my city, and that was obviously for this English field only. Then I was so nervous that, oh, how would I be dealing with the people. It was not about English, but it was about people. That when you get that sudden change, you are not habitual of so many people around you, and then you suddenly get all of them at a place, then you have that nervousness, and especially when you have to speak in front of them. How you handle your nervousness smartly matters, and you can do this not only but majorly with your smile. The smile you show, it's not that you are laughing like a stupid, oh ha ha ha, like that, I made a mistake. No, you have to give it a warm smile. Oh, did I say something wrong? Apologies for that. Or few of the lines you can speak this way, and you have to constantly try to make yourself comfortable again, because when you are comfortable, they will be comfortable with you. And even if you are not speaking well, they will be okay with that, because you are handling your nervousness. 8th tip is use simple and clear language, which I have mentioned already, but I'm just concluding it here. Use simple and clear language. Your language has to be simple, attractive, and clear. Do not try to impress others in a way that they don't understand what you are saying. So I won't be exaggerating this point more because I have mentioned already. Number 9 is also something that we have discussed already, and that's yours. Engage your audience. But here I can add few more tips. Engaging your audience sometimes majorly depends upon the questions you are asking to them, or you are making the speech interactive. Let's say you have been speaking for 5 to 7 minutes, and now they would tend to get bored. And in order to prevent, or in order to not to get them bored, you can start with few of the questions, or you can target few people in the audience or in the public, that hey, you with the specs, or hey, I know this could be rude little bit, or any way you feel comfortable, or you feel that would sound polite, that hey, can I have your time please, or please, what are your opinions in it, or whatever you are speaking about. You can bring them again to that moment by asking them questions, by making them interactive. Or what's your point of view here, if you were at this place, what would you be doing? Few of the questions you can ask them, and you can make it interactive. The 10th tip is end with impact. This is applicable everywhere actually, because your hook line and your last line both are equally valuable, both equally matter. Why am I saying this? Because if you start with your good impression, and that's your hook line, you are maintaining it throughout. But at the end, if you do something that people may not like, or they feel that, oh, what was that? So then they keep on thinking about you throughout all day long, and they would think that, did we waste our time by attaining their speech or conversation or the performance, anything? What I was recalling by the time I was speaking, so I was thinking something. Okay, there was a movie, Bhool Bhulaiya 3, I think. Okay, so starting was so good, And then when it ended, I thought that why did I waste my time watching this movie, because I did not like the ending, and it was a little lame, it was little childish, and I was not it's not that I didn't understand, of course I understood that movie, but I have a very good impact of Bhul Bhulaiya as part 1. So when I watched the part 2, that was not satisfying. Part 3 I expected, but it was also not satisfying. But the ending was something that I hated the most, because I just didn't like, and I didn't know that why did I watch this movie. So you have to end your speech with an impact, and then only the people would be praising you. Always, I'm getting a lot of examples. I'm getting the example of parties as well, the reception parties, because your neighbors have the habit of criticizing, no matter um, the, the quality of the food or the taste of the food was so good, even if they liked it. Maybe some Indian things, Indian stuffs are there. Okay, it's better to not to mention that. Okay, anyways, so just I want to say that end your conversation, end your speech with a great impact. It could be with any slogan or any good line, any quote, any phrase that you want to mention, and you think that because of that line people would remember you, people would praise you after that speech as well. That's all I wanted to mention in this video. I hope it will help you a lot, because these are not just the points, these are not just the tips, but if you follow it, if you implement it one by one, you will be amazed with your improvements. Okay, because having the points is not a big deal, implementing it is a big deal. So please implement it, start it right away. Just bring some energy and enthusiasm in you, then only you will want to be working in all these points. Because just by listening it, or if you have come here just in order to have your listening practice, then it's a different case altogether. But if you are really here in order to improve your public speaking, you really have speeches, you really have presentations, then I must say, or I request you to work on it. Okay, thank you so much. So that's what I wanted to say in this video. See you guys in the next video with another great topic. Till then, bye bye.